Hey guys, what's up? I'm Anil. I'm in charge of CGO, Chief Growth Officer in Omchain project. We are so thrilled and excited today because today is the day of coming together for publish a new channel, new in broadcasting on behalf of Omchain infrastructure. So I would like to share all things, all relevant documents, and everything about related to Web3 realm, Web3 crypto world. So first of all, of course, before we delve into the project details or any other updates about the crypto industry, I would like to introduce my partner, Osman. Osman, hello. How are you,
Hi
mate?
there.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you. This is the first episode of our podcasts named Cryptability. So it's
Yes,
like,
sir. Great. What a name, mate. What a great name.
yeah.
Amazing name. Woo.
And I believe,
Who did you find it? Who did you find it? Who did you find this name?
I
Very
don't know.
amazing. Very appealing.
I think it was you who suggested when we were,
Oh,
talking
really?
about,
Oh my God. I
yeah.
forgot it. Sorry, man. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
No
Wow.
worries. I think it
I'm
was you
proud of
because
me.
for a long time you remember that we have been talking about there should be, some,
Exactly.
specific series where we talk about our experiences and, what we're facing within the crypto industry and what people
Exactly.
should be, looking for when they're, evaluating a project, when they're investing in some
Hmm.
project or when
Hmm.
they're, going to be working with a project team. So both you and I have different experiences. Some of them are good,
Hmm.
some of them are, I don't want to say bad, but unpleasant. So it's like all those.
Basically, crafting message is really important. Good collocation. You chose really good collocation. Not unpleasant is very suitable word. Very best fitting in this
Yeah.
process. Yeah. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah.
Yeah, because often people assume that when you have a crypto project, you have the token, and then you get it listed on some exchange, and then things start rolling, and everyone assumes that everything is fine, and especially people from not the cryptocurrency ecosystem, they assume that you're making a lot of money because you're printing tokens out of thin air.
Sure.
Yeah, no
Sure.
one thinks about the technical sides, no one thinks about the marketing sides, PR sides. So there are a lot of different sides of this industry, and we're not focused on blockchain or crypto only as well. I mean, we are also
Sure.
going to be talking about sustainability, artificial
Exactly.
intelligence, etc. We'll be
All
sharing our.
relevant information about the Web2 world or startups, technology startups. We are chasing up all relevant information, guys. Just not just related to Web3 world. We're really passionate about startups, digital transformation, blockchain, sustainability, as Osman said before. Yeah, thank you, Osman.
Yeah,
Please take it
so
away, man.
that's why I am really excited because we couldn't find time. Even right now, I can't say that we have all the time in the world, but we still managed to find some time. I mean, for the first time to officially record one of our sessions. So again,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in if you're listening this on either on Spotify or other streaming platforms, and thanks a lot for watching us right now if you're watching this video on YouTube or any other streaming platform. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I think also we will be publishing our podcast or our video shootings on our social media accounts on a new Spotify channel or Shazam, Stitcher, and on new YouTube channel as well. So everybody, don't forget to subscribe. It's really important for us. If you would like to, follow every relevant information, updates, global trends all around the world, please subscribe our channel. So, Osman, before we delve into our conversation, I'm curious about what's your perspective on the current market conditions. It appears so silent. The market at the moment so tranquil, so silent. So, what do you think about it? So, what's source for from?
Right. So I think in order to understand the current market, we should be first understanding, not specific to crypto, it's also valid for all the industries out there, but we should first understand people's mindset. Because people often talk about different cycles, investment cycles, how things gain value and lose value over time, etc. But
Mhm, mhm.
I personally believe that up until maybe 10 or 20 years ago, people were having, 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids. We had, larger families. We didn't have,
Yeah.
most of
Yeah.
the population focused on some metropolitan cities. In the
Mm-hmm.
last 20 to 30 years, our understanding of life, our understanding of, living, and our understanding of investing is been changing. And
Mm-hmm.
I personally believe that after COVID, it has drastically changed because,
Mm-hmm.
especially Gen Z, who are, right now getting less and less, children uh, in the following years. The Gen Z who are going to be having less and less children in the following years,
Mm-hmm.
we will be seeing that their mindset is actually changing. So
Mm-hmm.
this is also affecting the investors' motivation on investing things and,
Mm-hmm.
getting into crypto industry. When the cryptocurrencies first, emerged, I remember the
Mm-hmm.
early days of Bitcoin. It was just a cryptocurrency for the small Bitcoin community. People were, gifting each other hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin just for, introducing them to this new technology. But over the next few years, from that Bitcoin's first, emerging, we have seen that there were different alternative currencies and then different ICOs, and then we had the NFTs, and then we are here where we are at right now. So the main point is all of these, uptrends had something that is actually, triggering the movement in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Yes, those, cycles were parallel to S&P 500, etc. But at the end, they had, how can I say, something unique. For example, the first Bitcoin, run started with the, Bitcoin clone networks like Litecoin or other alternative altcoins. There was no
Mm-hmm.
Ethereum. There was no, ICOs. It was, pre-ICO timeline. And after than that, we had, Ethereum and ICOs and tokens, and then there were a lot of hype. And recently it was, NFTs and, meme coins. But right now, the current market, people realize and understand that even if it's a meme coin, even if it's something, that is governed by a community, or even if it's the, most decentralized thing out there, if it's not solving a problem, then it's not gonna, hold its value. But I would like to, mention an exception here as well. Maybe you have heard about this, Wall Street Bets platform on Reddit. So, as some of the viewers or listeners might remember, a few years ago, the GameStop stock was, going to zero, and the GameStop company was going bankrupt. So, a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
people on Reddit platform, they came together and they said that we will be buying the GameStop stock just because they realized that it could be something, just to, get their anger out, just to have their voice heard. So they started buying GameStop stock and liquidated a few large investment companies because they were, triggering their short positions. So that actually also happened for the first time in the history of investment as well. So this is right now telling me that the overall sentiment towards the cryptocurrency market, crypto market, along with the regular stock market, is changing. People are looking for one, people are looking to be heard. This is one thing. This is where we are also going to be seeing that social media is evolving. But the two, they are actually looking for the product and how it makes them feel. So if it makes you feel good, if it is, providing you a value, if it's solving a problem that you have, because this is
Mm-hmm.
one of the, major thing that most of the crypto projects out there, do not realize. I mean, they're building something that is cryptographically so advanced and, so good. The math, the codes, everything, it's perfect. But then you ask them, what are the problems that you're solving? And they're saying that, we're solving the privacy problem of only 80 people in the world. So it's,
Yeah, exactly.
2,000 people invested in this project, and it's only solving the problem of 80 people in the world. So
Exactly.
then you realize that it's not sustainable. So those are the things. I think the mindset right now is, I believe, shifting towards that, and people are being more. I don't want to say picky, but it's more like being picky in order to
Yeah,
find the
yeah.
project that is
Their
going to
attitude
be.
also changed. You're right. Yeah, 100% you're right.
Because I also want to hear your perspective on this too, because we have been attending a lot of global events over the next
Exactly.
few months,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
had the chance to, evaluate different projects either for partnership or, for co-investing, etc. So I also would like to hear your opinions on that matter as well.
So yeah, as you mentioned before, yeah, we paid visit to many countries, so to many cities, so relevant to crypto industries. I think we for the past 4 5 months we gone through some experiences in Tel Aviv, in Portugal, Algarve blockchain summit, and Istanbul, London, and Singapore. Recently in Singapore, so we met many people all around the world, so many different attitudes, so very different appetite about the projects. But at the moment, as you said, yeah, everybody's so picky, but they always trying to find suitable solutions, product-based projects. Because sometimes when we, talk about with one of our close friends, she is ex, managing partner of one of the biggest, venture capital in the realm of Web3. So she said, everybody says something about projects, so complexity, so difficulties. I tried to solve this problem. I tried to insert this some services into the project, but sometimes we faced investors got confused. Yeah, they didn't really understand what they talking about. So I think the projects should be positioned themselves as a unique solution, as a simple solution to any world problem, any existing world problems. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. It didn't work. And so up to now, and I think we will see it in the upcoming future as well. So I think very tough time. We've been through difficulties at the investment stage. On behalf of our clients, we've gone through some experiences. So we try to collect money on behalf of them, but everybody their attitude so very tough and very picky at the moment. I think just to our listeners or to crypto lovers, to passionate or to developers, I would like to say something. Please find some unique solution and insert it into your project. Otherwise, investors all around the world, because we met many investors from very top authorities, very top family offices, VCs, Web3 based VCs. We know it about their attitudes. We know their tendencies. So they might be rejecting you. So just focus on unique solution. That's why I'm saying. So
I want to just add one thing here.
yeah,
I think
please.
most of the people often forget what they're doing. I mean, like most of the people often forget why they are doing something specific and how it is going to be benefiting their business. Because when
Sure.
we're talking about business life, I mean, often the reason why I'm talking about business is also that most of the tokens we see out there, they're classifying themselves as utility tokens, right? You don't often
Mhm.
have people saying, "Hey, this is a security token," and then you have those legal rights. So often you would find projects don't say that, and they're just like, "Hey, I am the utility token. I am not
Uh-huh.
governed by anything. I am not
Uh-huh.
adhering any laws or any regulations, etc." So then you ask them like, there should be something, there should be some, I don't know, like some experience, some financial asset, something that you should be providing the utility from. So either your token might be giving you rights to consume something or to attend, for example, a physical or an online event or something, but there has to be some specific thing that your token is going to be utilizing. So then
Mhm.
I asked them like, what is your core business? Why are you doing this? Are you a charity? Are you like a business? Are you like a
Mhm.
sports club? Are you like a, I don't know, community of people? So what are you? First you have to
And
define
Osman,
yourself.
just
Yeah.
just small editing. So sorry to your comments, it's to your remark. It's really valuable. Your touch really great points. But if if you do something in the token world, in the crypto world, tokenization is necessary for your business model. They don't think about it. The problem is, I think, so from that. So I think they have to delve into the project, and they put forward their core business model in front of investors or in front of other community members, and they try to find suitable space for tokenization as well. Yeah.
All right. So again, just like you said, I mean, the other day I was, thinking to myself, I was like, people should be building tokens or blockchain related products in situations where blockchain is the only solution, or probably one of the best solutions out there. So there should be a reason for you to be issuing your own
Exactly.
token, or your
Yeah.
projects or your businesses or your community's token. And your business should be somehow integrating to that. So often
Mhm.
the main problem here is um, the question that I am asking to teams, and the question we are asking to teams. I mean,
Exactly.
you have been to those meetings as well. Like, why are you doing this token? And
Mhm.
then often the answer is just to have, to raise some
Just money
money.
collection,
Yeah,
fundraising. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
fundraising.
That's
Yeah,
the unique answer.
so that's the unique answer. And then I'm asking, like, okay, if your only motivation is to raise some funds, then you should be giving something in exchange of those funds to your token purchases, to your clients. You don't call it
Mhm.
investment. I mean,
Mhm.
no one says that it's investment, it's a utility token. So you have to
Mhm.
be giving something in exchange to those token holders as well. And often we see that they don't provide enough value, and even most of the teams out there, they don't know what they're providing. But this
Exactly.
is this is actually negatively affecting their project's reputation, their future
Reputation. Yeah.
strategies, and their
Mhm.
potential collaborations in the future as well. Because
Sure. Sure.
if you take money from people, if you were, for example, if I was raising money right now and my investors would be asking me, hey, why are you asking money for? I have everything planned. I have, which teammates I should be hiring. I know which
Mhm.
markets I should be, doing my, marketing campaigns. I know who to, reach out, and I know exactly how much money do I need to, sustain my business. And then I
Mhm.
go out and I provide a forecast, right? I say, hey, I am going to be building this product over the next 3 or 4 months. And
Mhm.
then with the money that I collected from you, I will be doing this marketing thing. And
Mhm.
then over the next 6 months or 8 months, I will be having some clients. And after, for example, 16 or 18 months, I will be
Mhm.
doing net positive. So this is the
So,
game plan.
so exactly. So you really, you talking about execution plan. I think another big difficulties, one of the big difficulties that we faced is, execution plan. So when we ask, team members behind the companies, so they always say, yeah, we implement we implement AI and blockchain into the project, and afterwards we try to collect money, or we try to fundraise. But sometimes we face some co-founders. They're from crypto world. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to implement crypto into their project. But they collected money. They already collected money from about 5 million, 10 million US dollar. Oh my God, what's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with you? It's a huge money, and they don't know how to manage it. So the big problem is, I think, another big problem is the execution side. But it's very well. So in the execution of Web3 world, so we have to separate from Web2 to Web3. We divide it into two categories. So because if collecting money from your investors, all right, maybe they look appetite, they really believe in you and your dreams. They put their money in your project. But what would your next step? What would your next step? What would you do? So this is another great question. Please questioning is, I'm talking about on behalf of investors. Maybe you're coming from a conventional side. We're not from crypto world, but you questioning to all team members the execution plan, because everybody just focus on the price of tokens. It's always there might be ups and downs. Forget the price of token. What's your sustainability model? What's your, how can you sustain your project from scratch to the top? Please explain it in front of investors or in front of your community members. It's so critical part. Maybe you're right. Do you agree with me,
Yeah,
Osman?
I think yeah, I 100% agree with you. And then there is this, main problem of, because there is actually a few different sides of this problem. One, the people who are actually purchasing those tokens, I mean, I personally believe it's the main reason why we have this, beer season in the crypto. The first reason is that people who are buying those tokens or who are investing those tokens, they don't exactly understand and know the function of the token. So this is the first problem. They invest in
Yeah,
something that they have no idea of. And then
exactly.
when it's not, performing how they were thinking about it, then they start complaining. And because they're complaining, that now brings the morale of the team down. That is affecting the team's future business deals, etc., thus leading project to death. And the second problem is most of the teams out there don't even understand why they're issuing a token as well. Just like you mentioned, it's just to collect some money. So they don't know how to, control the expectation of the token owners. They don't clearly know or understand how the token is integrating to their business models. And often, I believe the major problem that teams are doing is try to manipulate the token's price. So have
Yeah.
tokenomics done in a way that is going to be attracting more and more investors. But the reason why they're thinking is that if more and more investors are interested, more and more people can buy this token, so they have further runway. But the main problem is if you were selling a product, then you deliver a product to your customers, you get their money, the transaction is completed, and then they consume your product and you get to keep the money or spend for your
Operational
business. Yeah,
expenses or
operational
business, yeah,
expenses. Yeah, thank
expenses,
you.
yeah.
Thank you. But when you actually have the token and sell something out, you either
Mm-hmm.
have to buy back those tokens
Mm-hmm.
potentially at a lower price than what you have sold them, so that you can make a profit as a business. You sold something
Mm-hmm.
for $10. If you can buy it back for $8, that's a $2 net profit that you can clearly see. So this is one strategy. But then the
Mm-hmm.
question is, people will be complaining, hey, I got this token from you a year ago and it was $10.
Mm-hmm.
Now I
Mm-hmm.
can only sell it back to you for $8. What happened to my money? So this is
Mm-hmm.
the one of the problems.
Yeah.
Or the second thing is you can have them utilize that token. So if you sold them that token for $10, and this is the best case actually, you can have them claim something that has the face value of, for example, $13. So the token investor can say is that, hey, 1 year ago I bought this for $10. Now it's giving me a $13 value. But because you raised enough money, now rather than producing that item for example $10 and selling it for $13, you can produce it for, let's say, $6. So actually
Mm-hmm.
what you have is that you're making them claim something that is more valuable than their initial investment. So your
Mm-hmm.
token owners believe and know that they're making a profit with the utility that
Mm-hmm.
they're getting. And you also know that rather than producing it for $10, you're producing it for $6 only now. And this, from 6 to 10, that $4 thing is your advantage. So this is the best case. But often we don't see teams acting that way. They're just trying to adjust tokenomics in a way to manipulate the price with the cliff durations, investing schedule, etc. And then the token is performing very nice for the first 3 or 4 months, and then we have token price going completely following a complete downtrend. So these are the major problems in the crypto industry. And I believe this is all tied to your first question. What are you thinking
Mm-hmm.
about the current
Sure.
market situation? So I think this is all tied up to that. And people, initially they were like, okay, this is token, I'm investing in this. And the crypto market was growing, so it was like an okay situation. And then there were tokens, there were NFTs, there were meme tokens, etc. People invested. Some made money, some got rich, some bought some Lamborghinis, some nice
Mm-hmm.
houses,
Yeah.
apartments,
Yeah.
etc.
The,
This, yeah, I
but
believe I can't say that no one made money. Some people made money, but most of the
mm-hmm.
people lost money. So if there is a
Exactly.
market where most of the
Exactly.
people are losing money, you can't expect people to come out there and play that game and keep losing that money. It's not gambling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was gambling, at least you could say that, hey, I had fun, I knew the risk, I could mathematically calculate the risk I was taking, and then I
Mm-hmm.
won some money or I lost some money. But here you're blindly trusting some team and hoping that they're going to build this product. I believe investing in cryptocurrencies, tokens, is much harder. It should be much harder decision than actually being an angel or seed investor to a project. So those are the things often people miss, and this is what's bringing us right now. But it's not all, how do I say, negative for the crypto industry. This is
Mm-hmm.
actually a huge potential for teams who are actually building a product for real life use cases, and teams who
Exactly.
have experience in
Yeah.
managing a business or
Mm-hmm.
actual
Mm-hmm.
delivering a product and project, I
Mm-hmm.
believe.
Mm-hmm. So recently, we've gone through some projects related to tokenization of global assets.
Hmm.
Tokenization of real estate, tokenization of any, industrial businesses, futures, something. So what do you think about it?
So the main reason, the other day I was thinking like, why do we need blockchain? A few minutes ago I mentioned that, we need tokenization only in situations where you would need, the benefit of tokenization.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Mm-hmm.
other day I was asking like, why do we need blockchain? And the question is simple. If you need a database, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
any website out there, any mobile application you use
Mm-hmm.
these days, they're connected to a database where the data is,
Mm-hmm.
of course, stored in a way. So if you need a database that is not centrally controlled. What I mean by that
Mm-hmm.
is if there is a commonly shared database that as a
Mm-hmm.
business you can trust and build a product on. So this is the blockchain technology. So this is
Mm-hmm.
the basic need. So the main question here is, why do we need tokenization? I mean, there are,
Mm-hmm.
of course, huge benefits of tokenization. You could
Mm-hmm.
have some certain right. For example, you could have a check, you could have something that is issued, under your name or that is physically given to you. So you would have to carry that piece of paper with you at all times physically. In order to exchange that, you would have to visit certain specific, offices, physical locations, so that you would give it to some people, exchange it for goods or money or etc. The transferability of that asset or that thing or that utility is very low. Often
Mm-hmm.
they're tied to, often they're limited with physical things. If it's a digital asset, if it's something that is from a game, if it's something from a digital streaming platform, or like real estate, something, okay, it could be digitalized to a certain
Mm-hmm.
extent, but as long as you're using a centralized database, in order for some other third party application to build on the token that you have, for example, you might have some discount coupons from Amazon. So
Mm-hmm.
in order for some third party developer to build some Amazon coupon marketplace, they have to somehow be integrated with the Amazon's infrastructure, and they have to
Mm-hmm.
go through online meetings, calls with the Amazon team to integrate. So all sorts of problems. The tokenization of the modern society 2023, we clearly have the software, we clearly have the EVM technology out there, we clearly have Solana and different products being built right now, we clearly have the tokenization. So, and it's interoperable. So now, once we tokenize something, any other third party who wish to collaborate on that token, they don't have to ask for anything. They don't have to sit through meetings. They already have tools that they can utilize to build things on top of those tokenization. For
Mm-hmm.
example, you mentioned that real estate tokenization. In
Yeah.
the current state, what we only have is, if you want to buy a certain real estate, you have to find a seller, you have to find a dealer, and then you have to go through legal process, etc. But if you could have real estate tokenized and then purchase fractionalized real estate tokens, like owning only 1,000th of an apartment, then one, the entrance barrier to that market, the investment option would be much lower, so it's easier for you to invest in real estate
Sure.
without
Sure.
requiring large
The
capital.
total amount of money, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
of
the
the
second
what the
thing
price
is,
is.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
second thing is, right now, if you want to take a loan from bank, they are asking
Mm-hmm.
for some certain collateral, right?
So yeah.
So in
Yeah.
order for just to take a loan of $20,000, you have to right now go and provide your entire house, which could be worth, I don't know, $1 million. So you have to put it as a collateral against your $50,000 worth of credit. So
Mm-hmm.
once you're
Mm-hmm.
tokenizing the real estate, you are also actually tokenizing or dividing that collateral as well. Then you could have an asset that could be used as a collateral by any other protocol that is being built on blockchain, that is going to be accepting that 100k worth of real estate token to give you 80k worth of loan. So you are also solving another problem. Then I could have my house but only 10% of it, 5% of it, being locked, being collateralized for the loan that I have. Even if I don't
Hmm.
pay my loan, the full house wouldn't be affected, and only that portion of the house would be sold. And then when I have enough money, I could go and buy back those tokens as well. So
Hmm.
I mean, this is as you can see. I mean, as the listeners and viewers can clearly understand, this is a huge added benefit to existing solution. Yes, it could be done in with Web2 platforms as well. Yes, online marketplaces such as Amazon, etc. All of them are also more or less doing the same thing. It's not the real estate, but there is clearly an exchange of goods. But then again, the problem of having you have to go and make 5 or 10 different accounts. Anyone who is willing to build a protocol have to be integrating with them, all sorts of problem. So if you're solving this problem on a protocol level and you actually need tokens, then sure, do it. But if people come up to me, I mean, both you and I know that people come up to us and say like, hey, this is my deck, this is my investor's deck, and this is the
Yeah,
token that
yeah.
I made, and I'm raising $2 million. And I'm asking like, good luck raising that $2 million, because
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what your token is doing. I don't
Uh-huh.
understand what your business model. You cannot answer the questions that I am asking. That I'm sorry, but uh there is no way that I can help. I think this
Sure.
is summarizing the current market trend and the main
I
problems.
think so. I think so. Yeah. Osman, it's a really amazing and fantastic episode. Yeah, but we will continue to
Mhm.
more and more. I think so in the next upcoming weeks. So, but before we finalize our episode one, I just want you to provide an overview of Omchain. What is Omchain? Can you
Mhm.
share all relevant remarks, talks about
Mhm.
on-chain?
So the main thing is, a few minutes ago, again, I summarized why would you need a blockchain and what is actually a blockchain. So Omchain is actually a EVM compatible layer one blockchain infrastructure. So it's like running Ethereum virtual machine. I don't want to go into too many technical details, but any
Uh-huh.
smart contract, any program that runs on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Avalanche, Phantom, all those programs, all those smart contracts also work on chain as well. But we are fundamentally different from those blockchain projects, because we realize that in business life, yes, you need a certain specific distributed database, a third party database that different businesses could be integrating and synchronously recording some data or utilizing each other's data. We realize that we need some infrastructure. Businesses need some infrastructure. But then we looked at the problem. I mean, both you and I know that often we talk about this question. In order to have such infrastructure, do we actually need 10,000 people all around the world, 20,000 people all around the world keeping the same records? Because
Mm-hmm.
again, when we're doing business, often we're looking for things that could generate more revenue for us, or things that we could cut costs from. So it's like, we ask ourselves the question, do we actually need this much decentralization? Do we actually need this much distribution? And often the business answer to this is no. I mean, if it was for financial transactions, something like Bitcoin, then I could say, okay, it's a new concept. It's willing to
Mm-hmm.
be the distributed electronic cash. But in our case, we are just the infrastructure provider, and we're trying to make businesses understand why they need blockchain infrastructure and how it could be benefiting their core business models. And of course, just like any other public blockchain out there, we have our own token, that is OMC, that you
See,
can
yeah.
find more information on coin market cap, etc. And OMC is actually how you are making transactions on Omchain. So in order to
So,
make a
which platforms
transaction,
do they find?
yeah, I can. I think like they can buy it from Mexi, Bitmart,
Mm-hmm.
Biconomy, and Coinstore exchanges. So those are the four exchanges that they can buy right now. Plus PancakeSwap if you're on the Binance Smart Chain network, and sorry about that. Soon to be launched Omelette Swap. That is the first
Mm-hmm.
decentralized exchange on the Chain network. So from there, they will be also able to buy OMC token if they wish to do so.
Wow, very well. So thank you, Osman. It was a really good start, excellent start for all of us and our community members. And they're so supportive, so passionate about crypto industry and chain. So I think we expand our boundaries, except for our community members all around the world. So I think we should continue to our more episodes, conversations like this. So what's your final remark to all subscribers or to all community members, to all potential, followers for chain?
I think not specifically for Omchain, but I think for all viewers right now, it's very important to understand when you're doing business, especially in the crypto industry or new technologies such as AI, because it's often how do I say, people have fear of missing out. They go to LinkedIn, especially people in the professional scene. They go to LinkedIn and they see that, oh, this company is doing AI, that company is doing AI. My, I don't know, sister Samantha, she's doing AI, and yeah, my brother Jack, and he's doing AI. And people say, why am I not doing AI? And then they're
Yeah.
like trying to quickly find a company who is providing some not so useful, that is going to cost a lot of money type of AI company or crypto or blockchain company, and say, okay, please provide us some solution, just for the likes and clicks and etc., just for the sake of feeling of missing out. So the number one thing that I can say is, you're not missing out on anything. Just think about it like, having a social media account or an email address. Even if you haven't heard about the email protocol, you can right now go and have an email address. Nothing's gonna change, nothing's running away, nothing's going away. If you didn't have a social media account, if you didn't have a social media account for your business, sure, you would be losing some revenue, but you can or open a business account on social media right now. It's much better to first understand, analyze, and assess the situation, and find the right partner in the market who is guiding you to success, rather than to rush into things and have some problems in the future later on. So my number one thing, while we're closing up, to people would be that, I mean, just know and understand that as Team Omchain, both me and you and the rest of the team as well, when we're doing business, when we're coming up with a solution, when we're even tweeting about a certain specific thing, we think and we care about how it's going to affect us in the future, how it's beneficial to people, how it's beneficial to our community and our society. So this is the thing I believe everyone should be looking out for, any type of investment or any type of involvement into any type of project or cryptocurrency community. But again, before we end this episode, I also would like to hear your reflections on that, and then later we can say goodbye to everyone, I believe.
Yeah, as I said before. Yes, it was a really good start. I'm so excited for the next episode. So we would like to share all our products. Yeah, we are on the verge of great things, guys. Yeah, just stay tuned for our updates, for developments all around the world, for on-chain products, our infrastructure focused, product oriented infrastructure. You will be having new collaboration opportunities. We will get in touch with new crypto exchange. We will communicate with some other projects, Web3 based projects, VCs. We will update you all. Just stay tuned for all relevant updates and news and everything about crypto world. Don't forget to subscribe and press the like button, please. So Usman, thank you so much. It was really great. It was a pleasure to meet. It was a really pleasure to have a great conversation with you, and it was fantastic day. So I would like to say goodbye to all viewers, and thank you so much
All
for
right.
all participations.
Right. Yeah. Thanks a lot. See you guys. Take care.
Right. See you. Bye bye.